Well, hello there and welcome back, my friends. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we are doing lesson number 34. I could see peace instead of this. And I'm in Sedona, Arizona, and for what my body's eyes are seeing right now, man, is it peaceful. It's actually snow on the top of some of these beautiful red rocks that you can't see if I turn the camera that way, but it's very quiet. The birds are gently singing their song, and the air is drier than it is in Florida, so I'm noticing that difference, and it's just lovely to be here. And I'm ready to get into this lesson because I think it's a pretty good teaching today, and it's going to help us see some of our blind spots if we haven't already noticed them in the previous lessons. So here we go. I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between that seems most conducive to readiness. All applications should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the applications of today's idea should be made. Some 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personalities or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. So work yourself up for today's lesson, basically. Note them all casually, repeating the idea for today slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. So we're not dwelling on any particular situation, but we are letting things to surface. If you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner without applying it to anything in particular. Be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. The shorter applications are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercise should take this form. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I see in it, instead of what I now see in it. So telling yourself that, even if you don't totally believe it, or if peace doesn't magically reign over your whole mind, is the beginning. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I now see in it. If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more generalized adverse emotions such as depression, anxiety, or worry, use the idea in its original form. I could see peace instead of this. If you find you need more than one application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific context, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel some sense of relief. It will help you if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation, personality, or event with peace. Keep telling yourself that. Be the broken record. Be the Rain Man of lesson 34 today. So what came up for me as I was reading this before I turned on the camera is this idea of spiritual bypassing, because there may be a lot of you who are just really experiencing a good life where you don't have a lot of upsets and you're not exposed to a lot of things that are like triggering you. However, we all have things going on that are hidden, and unless we're purely at enlightenment with waves of bliss running through our system all day, there's still things in there for us to work on. And let's not waste our time with these lessons. I mean, they're here for us. We're doing them. So I went over into the Ken Wapnick notes this morning, and he puts a quote in here that made me think of spiritual bypassing from the text. Okay, so I think this helps with this lesson. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all of the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. It is not necessary to seek for what is true, but it is necessary to seek for what is false. So, all of us spiritual bypassers, and I will say I'm probably included in that because I have a very happy, fun, innocent disposition most of the time. But I will say, traveling in the airport yesterday and then waiting for a long time in the line for a rental car, I had the opportunity to observe people and listen to judgments coming up in my mind, which, as the Course teaches us, has nothing to do with those other people. It's all about me. So here I am harboring resentments and beliefs and things that I'm kind of pushing off on others. And it's just very clear when it happens. So it wasn't until reading this lesson this morning that I had the idea of spiritual bypassing, that I even still am thinking I'm looking at another and it's giving me a feeling and it must not be me. So those are the things that we need to look for anytime, even if it's retrospectively, because in the moment I wasn't there with it. I was just thinking, oh, I'm just observing and not being attached to things that I'm seeing. But if even in that second that judgment comes up, or a thought about, what I think that person's story is or situation, this couple that I'm looking at, whatever that is, that's stemming from some place in me that is dealing with a negative emotion like jealousy, depression, anger, anxiety, worry, and so forth. So even if it's retrospectively, you're looking at yourself yesterday, apply this. I could see peace instead of this. Forgive yourself and then forgive the examples that your brothers and sisters showed you out in the world. Because all of it is really made up anyway. This illusion that we're in is a chance for us to really see ourselves and know ourselves. And apparently, according to this quote, we don't have to go looking for truth and looking for love. We need to look for our false beliefs, our untrue beliefs, the way that we're blocking our awareness to love's presence. That's our work. That's why we're doing these lessons. And we need to just keep telling ourselves today, I could see peace instead of this. And it will come. I believe that. Much love to all of you from Sedona. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I'll be back seeing you again tomorrow. Take care.